Labour is sinking fast in the polls north of the border. A shocking new survey suggests that they could be wiped out in Scotland's local elections next May. In this video, Martin Daubney and former Conservative peer Malcolm Offord discuss this matter. But the real story isn't just Scotland, it's happening across Britain. People everywhere are fed up with being ignored and let down by the same old parties. That's why in this video, we are also looking at two simple principles that explain it all. Principled conviction and clear vision. Before we get into the details, if you love diving into political issues and enjoy hearing a principled take on them, then hit the like button, share this video and subscribe to join the conversation. It will help our channel reach a wider audience.
Of pointing to a north of the border nightmare for Sir Keir Starmer. The first as Reform UK to become the opposition in May's Holyrood elections, as you can see on your screens, with Labour plummeting to fourth position, behind even the Green Party. And yet, astonishingly, things could get even worse in Scotland for Sir Keir Starmer. A second poll has Labour, wait for it, scoring 0 seats in Scotland if a general election were to be held today. And do you remember Nigel Farage saying this back in September?
The stakes next May are very, very high, with the Welsh, Scottish, Greater London, thousands of council seats. My prediction is that after next May, the Conservative Party will cease to be a national party, because they're going to get obliterated in Scotland and best part obliterated in Wales.
Because in that very same poll out today, the Conservatives are set to win just 1 seat in Scotland at the next general election. Well, let's talk about this now with my next guest. I'm delighted to be joined by the former Conservative peer who defected to Reform UK, Lord Malcolm Offord. Lord Offford, a pleasure to have your esteemed company. It's looking like the Labour Party is going south very quickly, north of the border.
Yes, that is the momentum that Reform have built, but it reflects 25 years of devolution in Scotland, where the governments respectively were Labour and then SNP, and together they have served up a diet of socialism which doesn't work for the people of Scotland. And I think for the Labour Party, the complete mess they've made of things in Westminster in 18 months, and 18 months so far, is now spilling over into the opinion in Scotland.
And Lord Offford, this Holyrood poll, of course, May elections in Scotland, May elections in the Senedd in Wales, and May elections in local areas where they haven't been cancelled, they seem to be pointing in the same direction, and that is a rejection of the two big old parties. We're seeing the SNP doing very well north of the border, as well as Reform, of course. We're seeing Plaid Cymru doing well in Wales, as well as Reform, and Reform doing very, very well potentially in England. The Conservatives, meanwhile, your old party, well, they're going downhill faster than the Jamaican bobsleigh team.
Well, Nigel Farage mentioned the Conservatives no longer being national within the UK, but within Scotland, the Conservative Party already are no longer a national party. The streets in Glasgow, the Conservatives just won't walk down. And they're basically a rural party, a couple of seats in the borders and a couple of seats in the northeast. So they've given up the fight, because the Scottish Conservative Party, by their own admission, have given up the fight. Labour is now having to deal with the fact that they've shown the true colours, and what they've done so far in office is basically prioritise welfare over working people. And this is a movement of working people fighting back.
And Lord Offford, do you see these midterms as they are? Of course, they're national elections in Scotland and in Wales, but are they something else? Are they a referendum, do you believe, on Keir Starmer and perhaps on the Conservative Party as well? Are these nationwide revolts saying, we want change?
I think what the people are saying is, well, you have 14 years of Conservative or 2 years of Labour. They are effectively a uni party. It's shades of grey. It's pretty much the same diet, whichever party you vote for. And that has not provided prosperity and cohesion in our country. And working people are now saying, enough's enough. We actually want a party that listens and respects working people, ordinary, decent, hard-working people going about doing the right thing every day, who feel punished in their lives. And it's time for them to be given priority.
And Lord Malcolm Offord, if I may, I don't want to assume you're a gambling man, but if you were a gambling man, do you think that Sir Keir Starmer's days might be slightly numbered after these elections come through in May?
Well, I wouldn't want to speculate on that, and we all know how Westminster works, and they have a massive majority, so that would be up to the internal machinations of the Labour Party. The Tories demonstrated they get rid of Prime Ministers very quickly and very easily. The question is, will Labour do the same?
Now, it's the former Labour advisor, great friend of the show, Paul Richardson. Do you think Sir Keir Starmer is having a merry betwixtmas? This is a nightmare for him north of the border.
Well, it's an interesting poll, isn't it? But, I mean, it shows several things. One is, let's not forget, these are just snapshots, and it's a snapshot of a lot of anger and discontent and general people sort of being a bit annoyed with the government, the Westminster government. So you kind of expect that at this stage of the election. I think it's fair to say that the Labour Party is going to get a bit of a kicking in the elections in May in Scotland and in Wales and different parts of the UK, because that's what the Americans would call a midterm election. It gives people a chance to protest. Whether it will be played out in quite the same way at a general election in 3 years' time for Westminster, I don't know. I mean, I can remember it was not that long ago since Labour only had one MP in Westminster in Scotland, Ian Murray, and then came back very strongly from that. And it could well be that this poll is a snapshot that is reversed to a set of real elections, because Labour MPs might have an incumbency factor in Scotland where they just say, yeah, but, you know, to get what Scotland needs, we need people in Westminster fighting our cause.
When people are treated with disdain over and over, there comes a point when they have no choice but to turn their backs on the politicians and parties that show no care for them. Principled conviction means you choose a side, hold clear principles and stick to them no matter the pressure. Clear vision means you see the bad situation for what it is, show real concern for the welfare of ordinary citizens through your words and actions, and work to turn things around for the good of the nation. That's what the British people have been missing from the establishment parties, and that's what Reform UK and Nigel Farage are now delivering. For 14 years, the Tories abandoned principled conviction and showed no clear vision. They put Britain into a downward spiral. Net zero madness, sky-high taxes, falling living standards, and wide open borders. People knew Labour was terrible, but many hoped they might finally show some common sense and do things differently. Instead, Starmer and Labour simply accepted everything the Conservatives had done, called it good, and took the baton in the sprint relay, running Britain on the anchor leg further and faster towards an economic, political and social cliff. But now, the people have seen Reform UK and Nigel Farage as a genuine alternative. In listening to them, they see that they are sticking to British values and beliefs on issues like immigration and net zero no matter the pressure. They see Reform UK offering a clear vision with real solutions that put British people first. When Reform put these solutions forward, the Tories and Labour scramble to copy them. The people aren't fooled anymore. They are ready to go against the grain of this failed uniparty and put their vote behind Reform to turn Britain around. That's how you earn people's trust and loyalty. That's how Britain finally gets the leadership it deserves. Choose principled conviction and clear vision today. Live them in everything you do. The people will notice, and they will follow you. If you have benefited in any way from this video, please subscribe, like, share, and be sure to leave us a comment.